Yes, boss. How you doing?
Very
Yeah,
good
yeah,
to
nah,
see you,
amazing.
man.
It's amazing to have you
You
here, man.
you're doing fine. You're
Hello.
doing amazing.
Thank you.
Pleasure
Thank you.
to be.
You're gonna bless my mics today.
Let's see.
Yeah. Where have you come from?
um, Transaco,
Oh, okay,
just
okay.
here.
So you just
It
round the
was
corner from me.
yeah, it was just a 12-minute drive.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Actually, I've not done this in a while.
Oh,
This is
really?
my first interview in like a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So that's good.
that's great.
Yeah. That's great. So that means there's a lot to talk about.
There's no, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's not.
How are you? Yeah. But then I thought, I think he's a bit busy now with a lot of the things he's doing.
No, it was.
So I don't really want to bother him. Thank you.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, even that, there's something about that. There's a question about that one. What you just did.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah,
You're doing amazing.
thank you. Thank you.
Amazing.
I appreciate it. Coming from someone who is so experienced in this. Yeah.
No, you're doing amazing.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you. I when I was coming this morning, I said to my wife, I said, I have no idea what this interview is about. And I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna say, but
Yeah.
let's see.
Let the Holy Spirit guide you know. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you have something. So I've spent about 5 hours doing research about you,
Wow.
and I went through your Facebook all the way down. I was just trying to understand
Right.
the things you've posted over the years, where the mindset shift is happening,
Right.
what is happening at every time in your life.
Yeah.
And this is one thing I realized.
Right.
Every skill that is supposed to be spoken about on any stage,
Right.
you've taken the opportunity to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think what happened was very early on in life, class 5 maybe, I realized, I don't know where it came from. It was my idea of it was that I was a rebel of sorts, right? The idea was, I think somewhere in class 5, it came to me that I couldn't work for anybody.
Okay.
So I was like, what does that world look like? Because I'm coming from a typical, everybody's everyday story. Came from the village, Bronga Hafo. I've been warned not to call it a village, a township called Domahin Growing Bronga Hafo.
Right.
I grew up in the 90s, born 1990. I saw Bobo and Kania, the one that we use kerosene to clean. I've been there.
Yeah.
So there's no background whatsoever of somebody being an entrepreneur in my background. So I'm like, how do I do it, right? Then when we get to, I think it was in class 6, this should be, I finished BC in 2005, so class 6 should be early 2000s. That's when we started having internet cafes, computer schools,
Right.
Computer labs in schools, right? So that's what then said to me, okay, what's going on here? Got very interested in computers. Those days, Mavis Beacon.
Yeah, maybe it's bacon. That's how I learned how to type, man.
Type me, and then the little lizard would lick the word,
Yeah.
stuff like that, So I got very excited about that. I'm like, okay, this seems like it's the future of the world, right? So after BC, the normal thing is you go and find something to hustle on. We waited for a year before I went to Opokuwari.
Okay.
So I went to Opokuwari in 2006. I was there for 3 years. 2009 came to Accra. And at that time, the technology was beginning to scale. Now we had Facebook. Before we only had Yahoo and MSN.
AOL.
We had what you wanna call it, MySpace.
High
Five. These babies know Facebook.
High five.
The days of BlackBerry Messenger. So for me, that technology became a way of saying, okay, if this thing opens us up to the whole world, what's possible? What's possible in terms of skills, in terms of value, in terms of money making, wealth creation, impact? And then it set me on the path.
Wow.
And then it just sort of went from
Beautiful.
there.
I actually remember because we were born in the same year.
Yeah.
So I think class 6 or 7.
Right.
That was when I saw the first computer.
Right.
It was in our computer lab.
Yeah.
There was 5. There's 5 of those.
Yeah.
And there's about 25 to 40 students.
That meets
ABC.
in there.
And
Yes,
we all
sir.
had to,
Same
get
here.
in there. There was a queue.
We had 15 computers, so this is what I did. I became so good. We had a computer teacher, Mr. Ima, wherever you are, bless his soul, a bit lazy. So because I became so good, whenever he needed to have a session, and I had a class that the teacher didn't come, he'll come and call me.
Wow.
That go and teach. So I had an unfair
Advantage
amount of access
Yeah.
to the computer. Like
Yeah.
when it's break, shoo.
Yeah.
Teacher, I'm going to buy food for you.
Yeah.
I'll go and buy his food. I'll enter. Sure.
So you actually had access.
I had access.
Yeah,
I kept going and going and going.
I mean, initially, mine wasn't, I want to learn the computer. I was playing games, man. I was playing Mario.
Yeah. I mean, we all did that. We all kind of did that. But for me, I was fascinated by that machine. Like, I'm like, how?
Yeah.
I was one of those children who used to think there were human beings at the back of the TV.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was fascinated by this, that you type in some keywords and it
Get
pulls.
something out.
It's like, how?
How is that possible?
Wow. So that for me had always been a fascination. How is this happening and what does this mean for my world? And then it sort of grew from there.
So that curiosity.
Yes.
You need that as an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
You need that because that's how you solve problems.
I think that you need it as a human being, period. I'm not going to apologize for it. I love Jesus. If that makes you uncomfortable, that's your own problem. I'm a student of the Bible. The Bible said it is the glory of God to conceal a matter, and it is the honor of kings to search it out. So the very idea of searching things, think about it. Every single thing we have in our world today was discovered.
Yes.
If you believe in the creation story, which I believe,
Yeah.
it means God created everything, built an entire infrastructure and
we just uncovered it.
and we just kept uncovering and uncovering. So it is in our DNA. That's why we get bored. Oftentimes when you get bored, it is because the innate infrastructure to keep on discovering who you are, what's possible in your world, what you can become, has hit some kind of obstacle.
Yeah.
And then you feel like, wait, something is off. And so you realize that a lot of us, if not all of us, have our most important points of satisfaction when we are pursuing the thing that sets our hearts on fire. So I think the curiosity is necessary for living.
Yeah.
Otherwise, think about it. The difference between the person who has stopped dreaming, imagining, researching, and the person who is dead is almost the same.
Whoa. Now you can imagine how the entire conversation is going to be like. And this is only about 3 to 5 minutes. So this is just going to be a vlog on the Vlogs channel to let you guys know that when the real interview comes out, spend time on it. Spend time on it to soak that information. I'm out because we're about to get into it.